Hello and welcome to your messages for the week. This week coming from a very, very cold Spain, which is unusual, obviously. You can even see our own breath, and I've got ice on the car windows. So not something we're used to, but hey ho, loving all the seasons, right in the thick of winter. Oh, it really helps us appreciate the summer more. There is something nice about getting winter clothes out as well. I don't know, I quite like it. And of course, here in Spain, it's always beautiful. Not always, but like we have got beautiful blue skies and sunshine, even though it's freezing. It's a kind of happy kind of freezing. Anyway, right, this isn't about talking about the weather. And here is your Spanish weather forecast. Okay, this is your messages for the week. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of, that one just came out when I said the day, 22nd of January, 2023. And let's see what messages are coming through for us this week. Any guidance? Anything else? No, I'm really good. Oh my goodness me. One card fell out, and I'm really getting strongly there that there is the one card. I don't think that's happened before, has it? Maybe it has. I'm not sure. And it's the Fool. Oh my goodness gracious me! If we were going to have just one card, oh my God, that's the card we want it to be, isn't it? Oh my God, I love this card. What can I tell you? Wow. And it's interesting because, of course, this Fool is a beginning. It's the first of the major arcana. It's spiritually guided. He's going, oh, yeah, what can I just love it. I love the energy of it. And I'm not surprised either because it's the 22nd of January when all these planets are going direct again. As you know, I'm not an astrologer. Oh, sorry. But I have got a frog in my throat for some reason. So yeah, all these retrogrades have been going on, are going direct now. Don't ask me details about this kind of thing. But I was really feeling it. I don't know about you. I was feeling the retrogrades, especially like the Mercury one, because I'm usually really articulate. I can usually really express myself well. But I was getting a couple of situations where I just couldn't seem to say, I couldn't seem to put into words things that I was thinking and things that, the way I wanted to be or express myself. I wasn't able to verbalize it, which is quite unusual for me. So I'm hoping that was something to do with the retrogrades, and that's kind of all over now. But there's lots of other things going on. I don't know all the details about the astrology behind it, but I do know that they're all going direct today. And this kind of follows in because it's almost like there were kind of like delays, like things were on hold, things were being a little bit thwarted, I want to say. I don't normally use that word. And now everything can go direct forward. We can now just move forward again, and that's exactly what the Fool is doing. I mean, he's not foolish or stupid, remember, but he is a little bit naive because he's taking a leap of faith. I was talking to someone yesterday about being the Fool. We're all the Fool at the moment because we are being spiritually guided. If you're watching this video, we're taking very little forward because we've released not only our physical, clutter, I want to say, but a lot of us are working on our emotional clutter and our mental clutter, of course. I did my emotion code workshop yesterday, which was absolutely lovely. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it just gave me so much joy to help people release their emotional clutter. That's what it is, really, isn't it? And of course, we have a lot of, mental clutter as well. He's released all of his clutter, physical, emotional, mental, hasn't he? Because look at him, he's going forward with very little. He's got the rose or the plant, the flower in his hand, because he understands that where he goes, his energy goes, and fruition occurs from his energy. It's his energy that's creating any fruition in his life. It's not his bank account, it's not his family, it's not his job status, it's not his car, it's not anything else. It's him, it's his energy, it's his frequency that he's taking with him that's going to get reflected back to him. So if he has an open heart, he's going to meet people with an open heart. If he's got love for himself, he's going to meet people that are also going to love him. If he has no expectations, then the universe is going to be able to give him so much more, because the universe can bring us Oh, this is something else. This is something else that came up. This happened last week, okay? In the fact that I did make a couple of notes and then it did come up, and I did make a couple of notes and it is coming up. Trusting that everything's going to fall into place. That's what he's trusting, because we limit our dreams when we think about them from our human mind. Our human is living in a state of limitation. So when you think about your dreams from your human mind, you're already limiting them. We don't dream big enough. That's clear. That's, that's to me is really clear. We don't dream big enough. We don't even know what we really want because we have been brought up in a state of limitation and a lack of positive expectation. So the thing is, though, some people say, you've got to be really specific about what you ask the universe for. I personally think that's not the right thing to do, because if you're thinking it with your human mind and you're being specific, you're putting limitation after limitation on it. Whereas if you can keep it vague, like I said before, this came up last week, okay? I am ready and willing to allow my full potential without pinpointing what that might be, right? Then the universe can bring it to you. So you could affirm or put out a desire for more love in your life, and that will come through every source possible, rather than pinpointing it. I want it to be in the form of, a lover, in the form of this, in the form of that, um, keeping it vague allows the universe to bring you more than your human could ever dream. And it's about bringing you your soul's desires. Your soul is bigger than your human. And I'm not going to go into details of bringing how to get your soul's desires. You need to look at last week's video for that, because last week's video, I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen, because that was all about how to get your soul's desires. Okay, and that's what's happening. I really feel like that this year. But we have to let go. We have to let go. I mean, at the moment, at the garden retreat, I'm living in a mobile home and working from a tent in the garden. I mean, there was no time in my life where I aspired to be living in a mobile home, working from a tent in the garden. I didn't say to myself, this is my desire, I'm going to plan this. This is my heart's desire, to live in a mobile home working from a tent. I mean, does anybody desire that? Maybe there are some people. And perhaps I should have desired that, because obviously it's my soul's journey. It's my soul's desire. Whether I stay there or whatever happens in the future, I don't know. I'm not focusing on that. But things are happening for me now at a level that I could never have fathomed. It's about the joy of living. It's about the joy of breathing. It's about the joy of being. Oh my God, I want to say that again. It really is. That's where your abundance lies. Your abundance lies. Look how happy he is. He's got a song in his heart and a spring in his step. He's got his faithful companion, and he's taking leap of faith after leap of faith after leap of faith. He's let go of expectation. He's just going. And if you have a hiccup, he's like, great, great. That challenge is there to teach me something, to learn from. Nothing matters. That also came up. I think that was the Christmas week, wasn't it? Nothing matters. Nothing matters to him. He's just living in a beautiful energy of joy, music, and he's just moving with it and flowing with it and meeting the right people at the right time for the right co-creations, coming from the heart, not coming from a place of lack or limitation. Just coming from a place of overflow, filling your own cup up. So you're completely coming from a place of overflow rather than from a place of depletion. And it does involve self-love, of course. He's doing what he wants. And there must be loads of people over here that have said, you can't do that. You can't do that. Where are you going? You need to know where you're going. How are you going to live? Where are you going to live? Who are you going to live with? What do you think you're going to do? How are you going to pay your bills? I bet there's people over here saying all of this to him, and he's just like, oh, I'm not in that paradigm anymore. I'm just going to flow because I'm energy. And I know that wherever I flow, the love flows with me. And when the love flows with you, that's it. Everything's love. Sounds corny. I don't care. Everything's love. And when you hit that frequency, the fall. January, the fall, now or never. It's just, yeah. I'm having difficulty even articulating, I think, what I really want to say about it. It's an interesting one. But let go of what you think your human wants. Let go of what you think your human wants. All this motivational, your goals, you've got to have a goal and then you've got to achieve it. And then you've got to, what? If it was coming from your soul, fair enough, but it's not, it's coming from your human mind. We need to understand our human minds are coming from a place of limitation. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying, as in human form, we know that our senses are all limited. The experience is all very physical. We have a disconnection to our source, to the part of us that is God. That's the bit that's kind of missing, I think. And it's the trust. You actually don't have to do anything. Let God's energy, I want to say, let God's energy flow through you. I said this all last week. I feel like I'm repeating myself. And make your dreams more vague. He's not bothered. He's not going, right, I must turn left at the next turning, the next crossroads. I must turn left. I have to go left because left is this, and this. No, he's not. He's like, no, I'm going to smell the flowers. I'm going to smell the flowers and I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to talk to my dog and I'm going to carry on skipping and singing to myself. And I have everything I need and I'm breathing and I'm loving it. That's what he's thinking. And when he gets to the next crossroads, he's probably not even going to notice that it's a crossroads because he's going to be da 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 da. And then he's going to look back and go, oh, I went this way. I didn't go that way. That's interesting. Da 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 da. Do you see what I'm getting at? New adventure. It's a new adventure. He's taking a leap of faith. Okay. He's trusting in the universe. He understands that his energy, his future lies in his frequency. He understands that. He's taking very little forward with him. Have a physical clear out, emotional clear out, of course, a mental clear out. That's what it is, isn't it? Let go of the thoughts that aren't serving you. Let go of the emotions that aren't serving you and get rid of all the clutter that's around you that you don't need. That could involve some people as well. I'm just saying, have a clear out of your wardrobes and your garage and all of that kind of stuff. So he's just going forward with what he needs because what he needs. Okay. The richest, what was that quote? The richest people are not those with the most. It's those who need the least. Yeah, the richest people are not those with the most. It's those who need the least. And he needs the least. So he's very rich. His frequency, it's your frequency that's creating your reality. And if you can let go of those rigid expectations and those rigid beliefs that say it has to be a certain way, and your obsession with how things are done, and where you need to be and what you need to be doing and what you should be doing and the way it should be, and the way, if you're focusing just on making money, if your only objective is to make money, that's never going to be divine, is it? And if your reason for not doing something is money, you're also limiting yourself because our reason to be has to be love, has to be passion, has to be joy. And all of that can come when you co-create with the right people. But it has to come from that level, doesn't it? And that is where your abundance lies. Your abundance lies there because of your frequency, if that makes sense. Oh, I hope so. I could go on and on. I'm not going to this week because I did that last week. So anyway, it's January. If you haven't seen the messages for the month of January, I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen. Turned into a little bit of a rant, not quite as bad as last week. Maybe I should call them Deborah's rants from now on. I don't know. I think that's all in note form and from the card. So if you want a private reading, then get in touch. If you're in the local area of Pago in Alicante, please check out the gardenretreatpago.com's website. Link in the description. Link to booking a private session as well in the description. And I think that's it for now. So enjoy all the planets going direct again. Enjoy being the Fool. I want to say to you, enjoy being the Fool. It is liberating. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you all. Have a fantastic week. See you next time. Bye for now.